what it's like to have the feeling that everybody, not only the girls, but everybody wants a piece of you. Like in the song, "Everybody Wants Me." I think it sums up maybe your last year, and not mean you, but the whole band.
Yeah, well, Oliver wrote that particular lyric, so he'd be best placed to explain that. But
well, but he said, well, it sums up the feeling that we have in the band. So.
But I know what you mean. It's you know, we've gone from relative obscurity and kind of relative unknownness, not just as a band, but also as people. You know, we were never the most popular people at school, or never the most popular people in kind of the pub. So yeah, to have random people come up to you, and people from back home that wouldn't normally have talked to you or buy you a drink suddenly want to do all those things. It's in one way a little bit disturbing because it shows kind of the fickleness of humans, but in another way it's really flattering because it's a way of gauging your success and how popular you've become as a band. And I think ultimately we always find it flattering that people want to speak to us or be friends with us, so it's a positive thing, it's not a negative thing.
But it also tells you maybe sometimes that people, well, what success can do to people. I mean, to other people. Yeah,
well, we're steadfast in the belief that we certainly haven't changed as people. But yeah, it's fairly obvious that people have changed towards us. Not all people. The people we care about are exactly the same. But some other people, might have changed towards us, but I think that comes with the territory.
What is it for you then, if you look back on the previous album? It's been, well, a year now since it's been released. Did you have some times off during that year, or was it just one constant roller coaster?
It was pretty much non-stop. I think we had 3 weeks off towards the end of the year to write the second album. I had a week off with my girlfriend where we went away. We kind of hired a cottage somewhere with a swimming pool and literally did nothing for 7 days. Other than that, it was gigging, promotion, flying from one country to the next, to the next, to the next. So it's a really cool year. It's probably the best year of my life so far.
So what did you learn then about yourself?
I learned I can operate fairly well and to a fairly high standard on roughly 2 to 3 hours sleep.
2 or 3 hours?
2 or 3 hours.
How long period?
Couple of days. I do love my sleep. So at some point I'll have to catch up the hours I've missed and just have one big long sleeping period. But yeah, on the whole, I think I've learned I can kind of push myself and do without the sleep if needs be. I've learned I'm quite a tolerant person. I think people get quite surprised by how much time I have for people when, it can sometimes be relentless. I'll be stood in a bar and it'll be one person after another, after another, after another, after another coming over and wanting to talk to you. But I think I understand that's part of the job, or part of, it's maybe one of the negative things that allows all the positive things that we do to happen. So yeah, I think I'm quite tolerant